Okay guys, so we are on to day 2 of solving two-step equations. So you just finished your bingo game and we are going to get started on our notes. I did mess up copies, so this is the front side of the full sheet of paper, not the small paper cut in half. So sorry about the mess up, but you can find it. At the top it says, determine if the given value makes an equation true. All right, so we are practicing problems that you may see on a test where it gives you an equation and it gives you certain values and you're trying to see which one matches the equation. So our first step is going to be to substitute the variable with a given value and then evaluate or solve. All right, so for example, let's say we have the equation 3k plus 15 equals 66. And they've given us all of these values for k, so we're going to plug each one in for k and see which one makes it true. So I'm going to start with 3 times negative 7 plus 15. So 3 times negative 7 is negative 21. Because I'm using tic-tac-toe, a positive times a negative is a negative. Plus 15. Different sign, so I'm going to subtract. So 21 minus 15 is 6, and that's a negative 6 because 21 is greater. That, I'm looking for 66 as my answer. That is not it. So k is not equal to negative 7. So now I'm going to go to my next value. So the next value I'm plugging in is k equals 17. So I'm going to do 3 times 17 plus 15. So I'm going to go down here and do 3 times 17. 3 times 7 is 21. 1 times 3 is 3 plus 2 is 5. So I have 51 plus 15 equals, let's see, 51 plus 10 is 61. Plus 5 is 66. That matches. Just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to go ahead and substitute in 27. Make sure I didn't make a mistake anywhere. So 3 times 27 plus 15. So I have 27 times 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 2 times 3 is 6. 7, 8. 81 is much larger than I need. Plus 15, so 81 goes to 91, 96. Totally not true either. So the value of k, the value for k that makes the equation true is k equals 17. Okay, so all we're doing is taking values, substituting them into the equation, and then checking to see which one fits. So this is just kind of the opposite of solving our equations, but it's important for us to know how to go both ways. All right, so let's look at our second example. Yet again, we have 3 values for k. Oh, sorry, it should be p. Don't want to confuse y'all. I apologize. That should be P, that should be a P, and that should be a P. Sorry. Okay, so anyways, we're going to substitute those values in for P. So let's get started. I'm going to plug in negative 72 over 9 minus 5. So negative divided by a positive is a negative. 72 divided by 9 is 8. Negative 8 minus 5, well, I cannot subtract with negatives, so I add the opposite, boom, boom. 8 plus 5 is 13, and keep the sign. Negative 13, not what I'm looking for. So now I'm going to move on to the next. So now I'm plugging in 18. So I have 18 over 9 minus 5. So 18 divided by 9 is 2. 2 minus 5, well, I can't subtract bigger numbers, so I'm going to do boom, boom again. And now I have different signs, so I subtract. 5 minus 2 is 3. Keep the sign of the biggest number. That one doesn't match either. So hopefully this last one works, or we're out of luck. So now I'm going to plug in 108. So 108 over 9 minus 5. And go down here and do my math. 108 divided by 9. 1 times 9 is 9. Subtract, I get 18. 2 times 9 is 18. So now I have 12 minus 5 equals 7. Look at that. That matches. So the correct value for P that makes the equation true is P equals 108. All right. So all we're doing is taking our value and substituting it into the equation and finding the right one. Again, this is the opposite of solving. We are just substituting in values. You do have the choice to go ahead and just solve the equation to find your value and check it, but it's important to go both ways. So today we are practicing substitution. All right, so you will have one of those to do on your own, but now we're going to go back to what we learned on Monday. We learned writing equations. So we're going to go back. We're going to tie that in, and then we're going to go ahead and solve it. So this example says Paula bought a ski jacket on sale for $6 less than half the original price. She paid $88 for the jacket. What was the original price? All right, so let's go ahead and text code. She bought a jacket on sale $6 less than half. 1/2 means half times the original price. Okay. She paid $88. What is the original price? So $6 less. So minus 6, half of the original price. So 1/2 x, and it equaled to 88. Let's see, does that match one of my equations? Yep. Looks like it's that. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and solve and figure out what the original price is. So if you remember back to yesterday, we always draw a line down our equal sign to remind us that what we do to one side, we do to the other. I'm going to try to get 1/2 x by itself, so I need to get rid of minus 6. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides. 8 plus 6 is 4, 94. These canceled, so I still have 1/2 x equals, okay? Now I am still trying to get x by itself. So instead of dividing, or right now it's multiplying by 1/2, so I should divide by 1/2. But if you remember, if you have a fraction here, all you do is multiply, by the reciprocal. So you multiply and you flip it, right? 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 over 2 is 1. So you're going to just flip your fraction and multiply. So 94 times 2, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 9 is 18. So x equals $188. But let me just make sure. So I'm going to go ahead and plug 188 in for x, okay? So I have 1/2 times 188 minus 6, okay? So 188 divided by 2, 2 times 9 is 18, 0, 2 times 4 is 8, so I have 94 minus 6 equals 88. So it worked out right. We checked our answer. So the original price was $188. Okay. All right, last example. this one says Mario bought some boots that were on sale for $6 more than half of its original price. He paid $88 for the boots. What was the original price? So again, we're going to text code on sale for $6 more. So plus 6, right? Then half, 1/2 of, 1/2 its, that's kind of like of its original price, right? He paid $88. What is the original price? So $6 more than half of the original price is $88. So that's this first equation. So now once again, we draw a line down our equal sign to solve. I need to get 1/2 x by itself, so I'm going to do the opposite operation. I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. 88 minus 6 is 82, and I have 1/2 x on that side. So yet again, I want to get x by itself. To undo a fraction here, if you're multiplying by a fraction, instead you're going to multiply by the reciprocal, right? 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 over 2 is 1. That's how this all cancels. So we're going to multiply by 2 over 1. So 82 times 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 8 is 16. So it says x equals $164. So these boots were a bit less. But let's double check. So I'm going to take my 164. I'm going to plug it in for x. So I have 1/2 of 164 plus 6. So 164 divided by 2. 2 times 8 is 16. 0, 4, 2 times 2 is 4. So I have $82 plus 6 is 88. That matches. All right, so now you're going to go and work on your independent practice, which is the small half sheet. Sorry again that I messed up on copies, but you can manage. So get started.